What is up, guys? The Coollector 19 here, and today we have here Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Fight On release, Izuku Midoriya. So, here we go. So we are back with another Masterlise figure review in the channel, and again we have here Asia or Prize A of the Fight On release, Izuku Midoriya. So this figure is one of the figures that I'm excited to have for the shrine and for the collection, since it's Deku and it features his black whips, or spoiler alert, his new quirk. So I think this is the very first Ichiban Kuji figure that features the black whips quirk, or black whip quirk. So let us get started. So we have here the box of the figure. So we can see here the Ichiban Kuji logo, the MHA logo there, Izuku Midoriya at the backdrop there, the logo for the line Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Fight On, the Masterlise logo, Asia, it's a Masterlise figure. This one is the motion, I don't know what you call this category, I guess. And prize C and D of this line are called stillness. So this one is the motion, for some reason, I don't know why. So we have a good shot of the figure there, Deku, Izuku Midoriya with a shadow for his background. On the other side, we can see the back part of the figure plus Izuku Midoriya's name there. On the back of the box, we can see both of the figures, A and B, Masterlise logo, Asia Fight On the logo. I guess this reads Midoriya Izuku, a Masterlise figure. Some of the age restrictions, the licensing, the QR code for bpnavi.jp/kuji, the Toho licensing seal, their Toho animation. The other side, we can see side profile shot of the figure there, plus Midoriya Izuku. On top, this one is cool. It features half shot of the body there, Asia, Izuku Midoriya, Fight On, the logo, and some other stuff. That's it for the box art. Now let's take a closer look at this figure. Pop Izuku Midoriya out of his box, and let's check out how awesome this figure is. So going forward in the video as well, I'll be comparing him to some of my Masterlise Deku figures in the collection. So let's go. So here we have Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji Fight On release, Izuku Midoriya, looking glorious, looking badass, wearing his Air Force gauntlet with all of those black whips coming out of those small outlets, if you will. Yeah, the effects look good. It has a translucent effect to it, and yeah, kinda looking dope. It looks dope on this Fight On Deku. So let us check out the details of this figure. So we have here Deku once again, featuring his Delta suit, and of course his Air Force gauntlets there, invented by Mei Hatsume, the support hero. So when are we going to get a Mei Hatsume Ichiban Kuji figure, Bandai? So this one, I believe, is inspired from the joint exercise last season, season 5, the first arc, the opening arc of the season, as it features battle damaged Deku there. His suit, the boots, or whatever you call these, are kind of worn out. They're shredded to pieces, and yeah, they're all over the place. So I kind of like that part. I chose A and B because I'm more of a fan of a complete suit. Well, and of course because of this one's defect pieces. That's why I chose A and B over C and D, which are just battle damage. And of course, Bakugo doesn't feature his grenade gauntlets on the Prize D figure. He has a metallic silver paint finish on his mask there. Some weatherings, yellowish part, or somehow his gloves are like yellowing. They're kind of worn out. Again, the dry brushing on the boots, probably one of my favorite features of every Deku Ichiban Kuji figure. They look good as well, weathered, dry brushed, and yeah, some cool highlights here and there. Really awesome. Some black dry brushing on the pockets here, giving the suit more character, more realism. The belt buckle looks like it's really worn out. Plus some panel lines there. Very nice touch by Bandai. Some panel lines on the belt there. You can see more details, and you can see the depth of the belt there. More dry brushing here on the pockets, utility pockets if you call them, or whatever you call them. And on Deku himself, his face is nicely sculpted with some scratches on his cheek there. I'm not sure if that's a scratch for the figure or it's just a damage, but I think it's a scratch, an effect or a design or detail. The pupils, the eyes look great, they look sick. The paint application on the eyes is crisp. The freckles there, on point. Yeah, so far I haven't seen any paint flaws. Some scratches all over the suit because they just got off the joint exercises. On the back here you can see the mask flying up with the wind. Highlights on the hair there. Some black, some gray, some green on the hair. Nice touch. And overall this figure is really sick. Yeah, I made no mistake purchasing this, and it's also one of the Masterlise figures I'm looking forward to get for this year since it looks dope, and I can't wait to unbox Bakugo Prize B as well. So that's it guys, that is Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Fight On release Izuku Midoriya. So this Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Fight On Prize A Izuku Midoriya is standing at 23 cm. And now I'll be bringing in some figures or Masterlise figures from the collection to compare the size and scale of this Fight On Deku to those figures. So here we go. So here we have Prize A of the Begin the Hero release side by side to Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji Fight On release. And as you can notice, the Begin the Hero Deku is slightly shorter compared to the Fight On one because the Begin the Hero line is basically devoted or dedicated to the early days of Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto as aspiring heroes that are about to study in UA High School. So they're on the younger side in that line, and it's obviously featuring their very first suits in the show. So it's simple as that guys, they're on the younger side on that line, while this one is more on the matured side and it's more on the latest appearances of Deku, Bakugo in the show. And finally, we have Prize A of the World Heroes Mission release side by side with Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji Fight On release. And if you look at them, this one is quite taller compared to the World Heroes Mission one because he has that hood on. That's why his hair is kind of compressed inside the hood and the ears of the hood are kind of pointing to the back there. But I think if I use the unhooded head sculpt of this figure, I think they're at the same height. And currently the out head of this figure is in storage, so I can just take it out of the box. And yeah, that's why I displayed him wearing the hood because I prefer it that way as well. But the scale is 1:1 because most of the Masterlise figures are basically 1:1 and they have the same height in my opinion. Well, if you just put on the unhooded version of the figure, they have the same height. And they look good side by side. The colors of this figure complements the Fight On one since Deku is more on a green and black color scheme. So yeah, it fits very well in Deku's personality. So that's it for the side by side comparison of the World Heroes Mission Deku and the Fight On Deku. So that is it guys for the review of this Izuku Midoriya Prize A of the Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Fight On release. And if you're wondering where I got my figure from, I got it off Kimi No Japan Shop. So if you haven't heard of Kimi No Japan Shop, I'll put their links in the description below. Go check them out. They sell figures from Japan, mostly Ichiban Kuji figures, prize figures, band prestos, and a whole lot more. So if you're interested in purchasing some figures from Kimi No Japan Shop, do check them out. And once again, thank you so much, Kimi. So that is it guys for another figure review in the channel. Always, if you have enjoyed the review, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I post videos on Wednesdays and on Saturdays, or better yet, hit that notification bell so you'll always get notified every time I make an upload. Also, you can check me out in my social media accounts. All of the links are linked in the description below. So once again guys, this has been the Coollector and this has been Izuku Midoriya. Thanks for watching Let's Collect, and I'll see you in the next video.